Welcome back to Reckless Arcana, the Fate Awakens miniseries and prequel. The world of Adrune is being plagued by the god Mentis, a trickster, causing magical spells to go haywire, casting chaotically and seemingly at random. As major magical councils are seeking solutions, one such solution presented itself in the form of a tiefling sorceress, Isa. Isa has formed a plan to construct a tomb capable of casting a ritual that will hopefully calm magic and dampen Mentis' control. A plan that's current progress hinges on the success of archaeologist Arthur Watkins III and his companions, who have agreed to collect the required materials and components. All right, so I'm sure as you have noticed, we are in a brand new studio. Yeah. Big thanks to everyone on the crew and cast that helped make this happen. We're really excited to be here, and we hope that it adds to the experience. So without further ado, let's talk a little bit about what happened last time. You went to talk to Isa, and she sent you off to the Feywilds for some paper. She basically said you need to find something that glows a certain aura to make sure it's the right thing. She gave you a few scrolls of detect magic. You got to the Fey, you avoided some carnivorous plants and met some tiny gray Feys that were farming and cast all sort of tricky magic. Until you met what he called himself a Caprice, named Grom, a kind of ogre, hairy-like being that was smoking a pipe. And eventually, as you befriended him, let you know that you need to inhale pixie dust to find this trench in the forest through his energy. And to get that information, Vyrath traded his pipe that can make animals come out of it. So you tested a little bit of the pixie dust, and went a little bit of made you feel a little loosey and trippy. Vyrath made as best estimation as he could in his kind of tripped out state. That everyone woke up in the morning to find Grom wringing out some pixies and have a new batch for the morning for you guys to be on your way to find this trap.
I'm sorry, Grom, did you kill the pixies just so that we could have something to smoke?
Yes. I said that I would get some more.
Just checking.
I have plenty for us now.
Good.
We smoke it. Put it in our pipes.
I'm sorry, I'm not partaken in such smoke and things in some time now.
You feel it in your head.
Yes, I'm a little fuzzy on what happened last night. Did you tell us where to find the bark that we're looking for?
No, you smoke more.
Okay.
You need to smoke more.
We all smoke. Okay. Are you okay with this? We're just gonna keep smoking.
So, I mean, do we all have to do it? I feel like one of us needs to stay sober. This place is very odd to us.
All of you have to smoke.
So you've been smoking this for some time?
Yes.
And you cannot simply leave us there? Are you not connected with the forest?
I stay with my tree. I like to stay with my tree.
Yes, but
You all smoke and you find the trap. You be on your way.
Well, we did smoke last night. Correct. So.
That is correct.
How much longer do you want us to smoke your pixie dust?
You all smoke and you will find the trap. What do you not understand?
yes, but it does not take weeks or months. We find it one more time.
Yes.
Very well, and I believe that is what we must do.
If we must, then lead on.
Okay. And he starts to chop on his pipe. And he passes it over.
Well,
As he blows out what looks to be another fuzzy little bee-like creature that kind of starts swirling into the trees before dissipating.
better in than out, I always say.
Yes, this experience will be shared, not individual.
Arthur passes it on. When you watch, it's can do shapes come out when I do it? Can it be animals or what is it?
Whatever you want.
Yeah,
He's using my
He's using your pipe, yep.
Could it be any animal that I wanted? Okay, so like an owl kind of like pops out and like flies like around Arthur's head.
Okay. I will, I'm very comfortable with this pipe in my hand. Take a nice long drag and almost showing off a little bit, breathe out a tiny little dragon that goes and swoops through the owl that he has.
It's pretty good.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
So when we smoke, are we getting any effects?
Not quite
mentally?
yet. Just like last time, it took a second.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
But you're kind of buckling up. You know it's coming now.
Okay. I'll take a medium drag on it, and
I like you. You have big feet like me. Wiggles his toes all the time.
Yeah, they're going down a little bit. As I cough out, you see like this little cat come out of my mouth and smoke, and then I like look at Grom and like reach over to pet it.
It just kind of dissipates.
It dissipates. Oh, that's a nice cat.
He's destroyed the cat.
Yeah, here you go, Grom.
Thank you. I forgot you were the one that kicked me.
I did not kick you.
The cat reminded me. He takes it up and blows it through his nose, and they spiral outwards into dragonflies.
Wow, this is one of the more enjoyable adventures I've ever been on before.
Okay, before it hits you, he stands up. Follow me. And he starts walking into the forest.
So I will go ahead and cast Lesser Restoration on myself.
Okay.
To be sure that there's one sober person in the party, at least, while we're in the Feywilds.
Okay.
Arthur is just trotting along, happy as can be, kind of blazed, ready to go, just following his friends.
All right.
Ambitions
So
to the wind.
he doesn't go far really at all. He gets kind of to an edge of his marked land. All right. Once it hits you, you'll know where to go now. Just feel the pull. Feel the pull.
I'm in the back waiting on one of them to feel the pull.
Yes, I guess I will try to embrace this sensation a little bit
All right.
and see where I
So
feel.
as you all stand there, you start to feel the weight of a blanket cover your bodies. You remember this feeling from the day before. Even you, Amare, you feel it too. And not long after, you become very aware of your teeth present in your mouths, your tongue glossing over them and wiggling each one individually. You close your eyes, still able to completely visualize your surroundings in the darkness of your eyelids. You understand the patterns of the leaves rustling in the wind, their sounds now forming a type of rhythmic melody around you. And unlike yesterday, as you focus on the Feywild's natural movements, through your audible senses, you open your eyes and see colors appearing as trails in life's wake, as the natural life surrounding you sways in the breeze. Streaks of vibrant lights lagging behind and then catching up.
Is there one that's more golden? I think golden was the color we're looking for the tree.
It's all the lights very prismatic.
Do we feel a certain type of pull like that he was talking about? Or
Not quite yet. You look over at Grom and he blows out another piece of smoke, and you see wings stretch outwards toward the treetops of smoke before flapping upward and dissipating as branches tear through its smoky immaterial form. All right, it has been a pleasure. Enjoy.
Bye, Rob.
Yes, it was a pleasure for sure.
All right, everything around you continues to look much more visually vivid, like looking through a vibrant filtered glass. And although you feel weighed down physically, you feel lighter and euphoric emotionally. You feel somber, empathetic, and understanding. You feel a part of nature and the Feywild. Your personal issues begin to feel trivial. Love makes more sense. You see things differently, so clear and so obvious. You enjoy this feeling and feel connected to all the entities around you, knowing you aren't so different. And as this euphoria levels off, becomes steady and functionable, you feel a pull of energy the Copperus creature Grom alluded to, an innate magnetism leading you deeper into the Feywilds.
I believe I feel where we must go.
Yeah, me too. Staying back with the professor, I'll take the point.
Yes, you lead on, good brother. You're a good man.
Yes, I will say I had some reservations about the two of you, but this is I feel a great kinship towards both of you this day. Virath, I must say, you're not as spooky as before. I feel like we're connected in some way that we weren't previously.
Yes, we are all connected with death. We will all join together in the end.
Isn't Grom just the best guy?
Dude, I mean, Ron was wonderful. I even drew a picture of him in my book.
Yeah, we're not stalling. Yes.
While you're walking, you notice that all of the smoke kind of billowing off of Virath is like very rainbow and prismatic and seems to be like freezing with the wind in between the trees. Like it's very natural and part of
I
everything.
even drew a
around.
picture of him in my journal so that we can remember him.
You may be one of the greatest artists of our day.
I'm sure you that.
I can't disagree. That is wonderful.
It's got him himself. Outline is it's quite good actually.
Okay, so taking in the vibrant colors and the fluid motion of the movements and the cool breeze and the smoke snaking through the trees, you start to feel a bit of a pit in your stomachs, conscious of your heart's thumping in your chests. Your minds wander, settling on if you overshared in the Wizard's Tower days prior. How well do you really know your companions? Could they use that personal information you shared against you? Anxiety keeps building, matching the pit growing inside your stomach. You become obsessive, darting your eyes constantly between the underbrush, hearing small movements just off your path. All right, everyone roll me an insight check.
No disadvantage or anything.
No disadvantage, just straight insight.
Thank you.
13. What did you get, Amar?
16.
16. All right, so you can all tell that something is kind of wrong. Your body feels off. You begin to wonder whether pixie dust in this quantity is safe for non-Fae.
I must say I'm not entirely feeling too well at this moment. Does anyone have a healing potion or something that I can borrow? Just feel like yeah.
There's a bit of discomfort, but that is something we must do as adventurers of our status.
Okay. I would like to. I'm gonna go and cast Detect Poison and Disease to be sure that
Okay.
the professor is not, or the archaeologist is not poisoned from the pixie dust.
Okay. Do you just get that immediately? I think so, right?
Yes.
You do a quick check. Okay. You
So
said
it's by kind of poison, poisonous creature, or disease in each case.
you're doing it just to Arthur.
It's 10 minutes, so I'll do it on 3 of us.
All three of you. Okay. You feel none in your body, and you feel very slight amounts in both Virath and Arthur.
Slight amounts of what?
Of poison.
What kind of poison is it?
It wouldn't really be familiar in any way to you, even with the spell. It feels very ancient and like enchanting.
Arthur's gonna go through his bag at this point as we're walking, just looking to see if he's got anything that can help.
Okay.
I do have something. I'll go ahead and at least on Arthur cast Lesser Restoration again
Okay.
and cure the poison there.
All right. You feel that small trace dissipate away. And as you're walking and casting and looking through your bags, your body temperature starts to rise and you can feel the heat in your temples. Sweat starts beating down from your hairline. The straps of your armor rubbing with each step under your underarms and thighs. Everyone roll Constitution for me. A save.
And then also +5 another regular checks. Since you guys are working.
Alright, I'm not using that anymore.
See Constitution?
Constitution save. Yep.
22.
Nice.
So it's a +5 whatever our final is?
Yep.
10.
Good old plans.
Easy.
+5, 12.
All right. So Vyra and Arthur, you're going to take 10 psychic damage and a level of exhaustion. And Amari, you're going to take 5 psychic damage only.
I'm still not feeling very well. Something is not right here. I'm feeling quite tired. I'm not sure.
Am I imagining that clerics can't be poisoned? Or is
Monks
that,
can't be poisoned.
is that monks? Okay.
Paladins, for
Not
example,
sure.
cannot be diseased. It's not like a cheat, but it's not a disease, so.
Level exhaustion.
Vyra, you feel the sweat falling down your nose and hitting your arm. But then you question, why is it red? You wipe your nose, glancing back to see a faint trail of a nosebleed.
Vyreth, will you be all right? Do you need assistance? There is a touch of poison from the pixie dust, I believe, in your system. I can take care of it, but I want to be sure you're okay with that and you need it.
I think I'm going
I'm
to.
able to cure such a wound, but not the underlying cause.
I think I need to sit down and take a rest here or something. I'm feeling well.
Okay. Your real answer is I do not have any restoration. I have
Okay.
healing.
Well, do you need assistance? Or do you think you can soldier on with this?
Yes, perhaps this would be more in line with your deity.
That makes sense. So I'll rub my hands together and put my hand on Vyreth's shoulder and cast Lesser Restoration.
All right. You feel that just slight trace dissipate. And your head and sinuses feel slightly better, but everything else feels the same.
All right, so we're not poisoned anymore, but the feeling is going to stay with us until we reach our goal. So I suggest we move quickly.
In what direction? Where?
You still
where-
feel-
I feel a pull, so let's double time. I don't think that resting is going to help, but I don't have to find Grom again and smoke again.
Next, we must soldier on.
I'll follow your lead.
All right, so I'll go about 15 feet ahead and
Alright.
just straight on.
Roll perception for me.
Everyone, or just
Just
Can
Amari.
I put guidance on myself for that?
No.
Not great. 10.
Okay. So you feel like you heard something, like movement again, in the brush nearby. Something is off. You were right to be wary. This place is dangerous. Doing this was dangerous.
This is bad.
This is a bad idea, guys. I heard something in the brush over here, so just be on your guard. Looking at the best I can, but
Do we see anything? Do we see anything ahead that's in the direction of where we're being pulled? Like, is there a tree or a mountain or
You
anything?
see
that seems
lots of wavy plants and trees,
like-
and
Okay.
there's still just prismatic kind of trails following them. And
I'm making sure not to touch any of them.
We're looking for some magic box. So perhaps there's a large tree or something. If we could get up above the tree line, perhaps we could see.
I know.
There
Do
was
I,
something.
do I know what treants are? Or did he
Yeah,
explain
you-
them well enough?
Likely all heard of Trents before.
Well, we know similar to what we are looking for. Perhaps we look for a tree that moves a bit too much or something.
But I guess yes, of course. My only thing is sometimes a different perspective can be helpful here. If you don't mind, I could fly above the tree line and look to see if there are any landmarks in the direction where we're heading.
No, sure, that makes sense. Fly up, and if you can get a better angle on it to see where we're supposed to be going, that seems to make sense. Just make it
Alright,
quick.
so I'm going to use my elemental gift, and as a bonus action, I get a flying speed of 30 feet. It lasts for 10 minutes, and you guys watch as I rub the genie's lamp, and wind starts to swirl around me, and creates a nice little kind of tornado underneath Arthur, and he flies. I'm going to try to
Alright.
fly straight up over the tree line.
Roll survival for me.
Ooh, that one.
Nice. Okay. So looking around, you're able to get your bearings of where you are, at least for a brief moment, between everything that's going on, and you're able to fly upwards. You see a pretty big tree line, There is a large canopy in the direction that you're going.
Okay. I don't see like one massive tree or anything.
It looks like almost like a hump of leaves.
All right.
It's the only thing really standing out.
Sure. While I'm up there, just for kicks, I'm just gonna pan around the horizon and see if there's anything else.
There's a couple like leafless trees in the distance. There's a couple things flying in the distance.
Okay. Anything that looks threatening?
It's hard to tell. They're pretty far.
Okay. All right. If that's all I see, I will float back down through the trees and kind of you watch as the wind kind of dissipates and gets sucked back into the lamp that I'm holding, and I relay all that I saw to you.
So we're in the right direction then.
You both notice when he lands that he has like a luscious blue beard that he did not have when he went up.
Oh. Like, did you mean to grow the beard?
A beard. Oh, my wood. No, I do not know this.
I mean, it suits you. I'm not saying it.
Maybe a bit under the influence of something the pixie does, but this is not look dirty.
It is blue for sure, but you can see it, right?
Yes,
Okay,
it looks
so
blue,
not
right?
hallucinating. You feel it.
Yes, of course, I feel the beard. I haven't been able to grow a beard ever in my life, so this is new for me. It's exhilarating. It's nice.
Let us not get bogged down. There's something we still need to do, and I'm afraid the effects may not last for too long.
At least move in the right direction. Let's out to it.
Following you.
Alright, everybody roll survival to remember which direction we just told you to go.
I have rolled
12.
the same number on every single fucking verse.
22.
Not enough.
22?
Alright, so you remember which way to go.
Who's just there?
But, well, like, everything's really trippy and, like, looks similar.
I have a blue beard, so.
And you got a blue beard that just distracted you. But you also know that the energy is pointing that direction, and you noted that when you were up there. So even if you got a little bit lost, you know it's the direction of that energy.
Sure. I'm quite good at finding my way, so I do feel that we are still going in the correct direction. So let's not tarry.
I still feel the pull. Let's walk on.
All right. As you continue walking, you begin to question yourselves again. As the distraction you just had is over and you're left alone with your thoughts, you begin to ask yourself certain things like, why is the moss on the trees around us crawling down towards the floor? What is that sharp pain in my head that's building? What is that sound of cracking roots and branches? Why does that huge cluster of vines look so humanoid? And with so many thorns? No. Teeth?
We mean no harm. Just passing through.
Yeah, I can use my beast speech, like kind of muttering to everything as well, like just passing through, nothing to mind that are looking for a threat. And I'll say it like in beast speech,
I'm
like
gonna
as we're walking, like almost like kind of paranoid about it, but still doing my best, I guess.
I'm gonna stay close to Mare, like right on his heels. I'm feeling a little nervous, a little anxious about what's going on. I feel like he is the person that I'm feeling like I want to be close to.
Okay. You continue walking, like noticing these things every once in a while, and like stuff's moving, moss is dropping to off trees, vines are moving. After what feels like hours or minutes, like honestly, you lose track of time. It's super hard to tell how long you've been walking. It could have been seconds. One of the clusters of vines shambles into the path in front of you, and you look into its maw to see thorns and rows of teeth. Okay, so this cluster of vines shambles forward, showing you its sentience and malice towards you. Some of the moss that was on the ground starts creeping its way into sight to your side, taking a humanoid form as it raises upwards.
Ooh. We really don't mean any harm here, guys. And I will say that in Elvish?
I have beast speech.
I don't have
So after he says that, I'll say it in beast speech as well.
All right, they don't respond at all. Go ahead and roll initiative.
What do you mean? That didn't work? Oh, there's the die I'm going to be using from now on. Cool.
What'd you
Natural 20 plus
get? Nice.
1.
I got a 5.
21. Alright, with a 5.
Luckily I get advantage on initiative, and
Nice.
because of my special magic wand that I carry in my back pocket, and so I rolled a 16.
Alright, Mr. Bluebeard, hot 16. Okay. So, with that being said, Virath of 21 is going to start us off.
Okay. You guys will see me kind of sober up for just a second, take one of my sharp teeth, scratch it against my finger, touch my fingers together, and have a couple of my smoke kind of tendrils bring it to these guys and touch them. I'm casting Bane on them.
Ooh, fancy.
And they will have to make charisma saving throws.
Both of them?
Yes.
Alright, the first Vine guy rolled a 6, so I'm going to assume that fails.
Yeah, it was so too.
And the Moss guy rolls a 15.
Give me a second to find it. I'm not super adept at this app yet. Saving throw. No, so both fail.
Alright, fail.
So I will roll d4s on all their attack throws and saving throws and subtract that from whatever they roll.
Okay, cool. And that's concentration, I'm assuming?
I don't believe so.
I believe it is. It's like the opposite of bless.
Right. So yeah, I think it is. Sorry.
All good. Alright, anything else?
That is my action, and it is concentration, so no.
Alright. So this kind of viney looking monstrosity moves forward towards Amare as he's kind of in the lead protecting Arthur. And it tries to open its maw and take a bite out of you for a 15.
This is
12.
All right. The bane is to hit, not damage.
It's to hit or saving throws.
Cool. Got it. All right. And then it is going
like the opposite of
to
bless.
try to slap at you with its viney tendrils.
Just slapping you around.
Yep.
Sure.
One of them will miss for sure, and then the other one is a 24.
Okay.
22.
I'll take it. That's fine.
All right. So one of them hits your armor hard and kind of knocks the wind out of you. You will take 9 bludgeoning, and it wraps around you.
Okay.
And you're currently grappled and restrained.
Oh gosh. We got a little
So you are currently
up in there.
All right. So it pulls me in towards him.
Yeah, so you're like under it right now. Alright, and that is all he is going to do. And Arthur is up.
All right, Arthur is going to get scared. He is going to cast Mage Armor on himself. So you guys watch as he casts Mage Armor, and the genie lamp kind of like air, kind of like a smoke cloud, kind of comes out of it and like circles his body and creates like Mage Armor on Arthur. That's his action. And then for his movements, I'm not in melee, right? I can move without an opportunity.
You are within his melee.
I am within melee. Okay, well then instead what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna try to run off. I don't care if I take the opportunity attack. I'll use my 30 feet of movement if I can to back off. And my AC is bumped up now because of my mage armor to a 15.
All right. He tries to grab at you with his other tendril that is not holding Amari, and he misses.
All right, so I got 30 feet. I'm gonna go back into the tree line here. So I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I'm kind of moving over here. So I've used my movement, my action, and that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna stay here, and I don't have any use for my bonus action right now.
All right. So this mossy-looking humanoid comes up near Vyrath, towards him, and you are going to have to do a intelligence save.
$12.
All right.
Ah,
So you feel a sharp pain in your head, and you're going to roll my thing. D4. You are going to lose 3 prepared spells of 3rd level or below, randomly, however you want to do that, and tell me what they are.
Let's see. Let's roll d4s until you get 1, 2, 3.
All right, I have 14 spells that are level 3rd or below. So 6 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mass healing word. Spiritual weapon. And
You use spells, not slots.
vampiric touch. It's not slots, right? It's prepared spells.
You lose prepared spells.
So I can't cast them, right?
Yeah, and then also you take 9 psychic damage. And then Amari is up.
Alright, I'm not in touch with anyone. Alright. Well, I don't have much else to do besides attack this guy, but first I'm going to go ahead and cast Hexblade's Curse on the big guy.
Okay.
And then I'll take a couple swings at him. Okay, so the first one is a 19 to hit,
Yes, that
and
hits.
the next one will hit. Alright, so it is.
And so you start slashing through these vines with your sword.
Lines, yep. 16, 30, 40 points of damage for 2 hits.
Woo. Woo. All right, looks like you're just shredding through these vines. They're just still hanging there, attached to the giant clump of him, but he's not slowing down.
If this thing swallows me, come get me out.
What was all the types of damage?
It was already in.
All radiant.
Yep.
Got it. Cool. All right. Crawling globs of moss continue to creep towards you, also forming into humanoid shapes.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, right there? Right there. Trying to get out of the way.
And you also notice that the moss that was there at the beginning, so this one right here, actually looks like Vyrath now.
Oh, man.
Cool.
Okay.
And Vyrath is up.
I'm gonna look at that guy who looks like me, and I am going to
give him the old blight.
All right, one.
So he makes a con save at disadvantage.
He rolled a 19.
And he's got -3 from the bane, so he will fail, and he will take 64 damage.
All right. The moss just sort of like, as all the water sucks out of the moss, it just, the whole humanoid that looks like you browns and then just sort of crumbles onto a pile.
Right. And I did not roll because it's 8d8, but
That's fine. Yeah.
it deals max damage. So
If it does what?
if they're plant creatures, they deal
Okay.
max damage.
So they're
it's
plant creatures.
64, right?
That's a fair assumption.
Yeah, I assume so.
No, they're not. Sorry.
No, they're undead.
All right. You want to do anything else?
Do I feel affected by whatever he did the first time?
Yeah.
Oh, still? Okay. I wasn't sure if killing him would help me.
You never know.
No, that's it.
Yeah, no, you don't feel them come back. But the big guy is going to take a bite out of Alarm. Ooh, you rolled bad. That's good for you. 14.
No, -1.
And then he is going to make tendril attacks at Iron. 2 of them are trying to snatch at you with his 1 remaining tendril.
He's 15 feet away. Is that good?
15 feet away is what he needs. Got
Alright.
15 feet range.
Yeah, it's good to know.
All right.
Do one at a time.
19 for the first one.
Not with my -2. I rolled -2.
Okay. And the second one is lower.
Okay, and I rolled a -4 that time.
Rolling poorly. Take advantage.
Well, I got Bane too, so I'm like,
Get out of there.
stop.
All right.
You'll just see like
and he's just going to start walking towards you as they miss. Right.
Oh, man.
as he's kind of sweeping these tendrils at me, little like almost matching tendrils of smoke will be coming up and like slapping them out of the way.
Cool. All right, Arthur.
All right, so Arthur sees these guys pop up next to him. He does not want to get in any kind of scuffle. So what he's going to do is he's going to rub his lamp, and an avatar of his genie patron is going to kind of float out of the lamp. And he's going to say, Atmos, I'm a little bit nervous here. I thought perhaps you could help with this. And you watch as a blue kind of like spectral genie kind of folds his arms and snaps his fingers and casts Conjure Elemental. It's of course an air elemental, and it's going to appear kind of like right here between him and the guy who's right next to him.
Okay.
So that air elemental pops up, and then as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Hex. And that Hex is going to, or the avatar is going to cast Hex, is going to look at this this large guy who's got his friend grappled. I'm going to cast Hex on it, and as a bonus action, and I have to concentrate, so I'm now concentrating on that Hex, on this big bad. And I'm going to choose one ability that target has disadvantage on, and that's going to be strength ability checks.
Okay. Does he have to make a roll or anything for that to happen, or just automatic?
No, that's automatic.
And
That's
you're
automatic.
concentrating.
I'm
Okay.
concentrating on it, and then I'm using my movement, move 30 feet the heck away.
So disadvantage on all strength.
On all strength checks, that's correct. Alright, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then I don't know when you want the air elemental to go. Do you want it to roll its own initiative?
I think they normally go after you, or is it before you? It should say in the spell.
Oh, I guess I can check. Hang on. It says in Conjure Elemental, you call forth an elemental servant, choose an area within a 10-foot cube. It's friendly to you and your companions. Roll initiative for the elemental, which has its own turns. Okay.
Okay, cool. So just let me know where it is.
It is 14. Well, I guess let me look and see if it gets anything.
plus dex.
Probably does.
Yeah, plus 5. So 14 and 5 is 19.
All right.
And for that, if we're after 19, it would take its turn before.
I would say, yeah. So,
I'll just read the spell real quick so we're all on the same page. It obeys any verbal commands you issue it. No action required by you. If you don't issue any commands, it defends itself. Otherwise, it takes no actions. If your concentration is broken, the elemental doesn't disappear. Instead, you lose control and becomes hostile towards you and your companions, and might attack.
So you're concentrating on that or X?
I guess I did.
so
Oh, that's a good call. Dang. I mean, I'm definitely going to keep concentration on this.
So the X.
So I guess.
So the hex will drop. To
Yeah.
be clear though, like hex wouldn't affect attack rolls or anything. It would just do strength checks.
Right. So contested strength checks
Yeah.
can break a grapple.
Which is great because it's
Right.
grappling.
In thinking about my turn, is there any way I can save that spell slot that I used on hex?
We'll retcon it. Yeah, that's
Okay. Thanks. Okay. Cool. So
High level gameplay.
yeah. Conjure elemental and run away is my move.
playing at high levels. You will make a ton of mistakes.
I forgot
It's
that I
pretty
had
important
concentration.
not to punish yourselves. You know that? Really, the most important thing to me is keeping the pace going because it can get bogged down sometimes.
Yep.
All right, so the air elemental will be next then.
All right, cool. Air elemental is sitting here in front of this guy. It is going to do a multi-attack, 2 slam attacks.
All right, same way.
First one is a 15 to hit.
Yes. I
All
will smash right into it.
right. Do you want to take the average, or do you want me to roll?
Up to you. If you can do it quickly.
The average is a lot easier. It's just 14
Okay.
for the first one, and then the second one is a 15 and 8, so that's more. So that's a 23.
It had 23 health left.
No, 23 to hit.
Oh, 23 to hit. Yeah, that would definitely hit.
Yeah, so 14 more.
But now you know it has 23.
That's right. All right, well, 14 more. So it's slam, and that's what the air elemental is doing. That's it.
Cool. Got it. Alright, so these mossy humanoid creatures, one of them is going to move up and Amari is going to feel the sharp pain. He's going to move up and Vyrath is going to feel the sharp pain in his head and he's going to do it to the air elemental. So all three of you will need to make intelligence saves.
You are within 10 feet, so you get +5.
Me too. Pretty much.
Not no, you're not within 10 feet.
Not the air elemental.
Not there. All right, intelligence.
19.
8.
You're used to this kind of feeling now and you know that it's not just a headache.
Right.
You're able to actually kind of mentally defend yourself against it a little bit better. Amari, distracted by being attempted to be swallowed by this creature, is not so worried about this headache, but you maybe should have been because it is going to hurt you. So let's do you real quick. It's going to be 7 psychic, and then you're going to lose 4 prepared spells of 3rd level or lower randomly, and let me know what they are.
All right.
And while he's doing that, what did the air elemental roll?
Oh, you want him to make the save too?
Yep,
It's all kind of save?
because he is a caster, correct?
I mean, does it say caster? What does it say?
Oh, it says prepared spells.
There are no spells. We have a feature and some slam attacks.
Okay. So it will attempt to do that, and it will not work.
Okay.
So,
Sorry.
no, that's fine.
Do I take damage or nothing?
Or no damage.
Nothing.
You're good. Yeah. You do notice also that mossy being that did that to Amari now looks similar to him.
This is freaking me out that they look like you guys. Like, does that mean that they?
Well, I killed the one that looked like me.
Yeah. We're not playing that game.
Yeah, not today.
All right, I'm gonna roll for this, and then I will tell you later. One second. The paladin spell lists are really long. They have like 30 spells that are under 30 level.
Just pick a few.
Yeah.
Let's not overthink it.
Okay.
But don't like put any thought into it. Like just find something and pick them.
No. Okay.
You have
So
to pick 4.
all right, I'll lose a Misty Step.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, that was a good one. For us too.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
Sanctuary.
So you know he's not cheating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hypnotic Pattern.
Okay.
And Healing Word. That's fine.
Cool.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, and then you are up.
Okay, so I get the first step now. Well, that fucking sucks, guys. And I will go ahead and, on my action, I'll cast Aura of Vitality.
Okay.
It's a concentration, 3rd level. And I will choose myself for 2d6 with my bonus action.
Cool.
Or healing.
All right, so you're now concentrating on Aura of Vitality.
That's right.
Arthur is concentrating on the air elemental.
That's correct.
And Vyrath is concentrating on Bane.
That's it.
All right.
Action and bonus.
I hope I don't lose this guy. 'Cause it's like, don't need another.
All right, Arthur.
Yep.
Roll me
Oh, man.
perception.
Yeah, sure. That's going to be an 8.
Okay. So staring at this battlefield, your attention is very much on what's happening.
Yep.
And you feel a sharp pain in your shoulder. You are going to take 14 points of poison damage.
Okay.
You are currently grappled.
Oh, wow. All right.
As you look back and see the roots of a pretty massive oak tree unburying themselves and lifting into the air. They're as thick as 2 humans wide and revealing gaping rows of dragonesque teeth as they open their maws. As you see these coming up behind you.
I am grappled. Cool.
Cool indeed.
All right.
That being said, Vyrath's up.
Wait, I took damage?
You sure did.
So I
Make
need
a
to try to
contact.
make. I do have advantage on concentration because of my feet. So I think I gotta be a 10, right?
Yes, as long as it's not over 22 points of damage, then it's 10.
13.
All right, good to go.
So the air elemental stays. I'm stabbed, and then am I lifted and grappled? Is that what you're
Yes.
saying? Okay, cool. I'm just gonna free action. Help!
All right, you would all hear that. Look over and see this monstrosity.
Okay.
And Vyrath, you
That
are
was so far
we're
away.
back at the top of the round.
I should
Alright.
go over here next.
I'm gonna use my action to try to cast
Stay away from trees.
banishment on my guy that's holding him.
Okay.
So he must succeed a charisma saving throw.
Bane.
No,
Or is it checks?
this is a saving throw.
Yeah, 17.
So that would fail. What I was going to ask was, as I cast that, I lose concentration on the other thing, so I wouldn't roll for it.
Okay.
So 17 still fails. So this is my new concentration now,
Mhm.
and he is banished. So
All right. So he seemingly like phases out of existence.
Gone.
and I will say to remind me of your character's name. Sorry,
Amari.
Amore.
I'll say to Amari, I say, take care of the little ones behind us, and I'll start making my way towards this thing.
Make him a win.
All right, you want to move 30?
Yeah.
About 30. And you're a little distracted,
Yeah.
but Amari and Vyrath, you notice that as you're now running towards this, that smoke is not coming off you, steam is.
Me?
Yeah. Like out of all your armor and stuff, it's no longer smoke, it's steam.
Interesting.
That's because I'm pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on purpose.
All right. So you air elementals up.
Oh, before me? Okay, cool.
He sure is, yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna do the same thing he did before. He's gonna take 2 slams.
Okay.
And so it's gonna be, let's see if he hits. The first one is 19,
Yes.
and the second one is an 18.
Yes.
So that's 28 points of bludgeoning.
So the first slam would have
First slam was 14.
pushed it into like crumbled moss.
Okay.
So you can go take an attack or something else if you'd like.
Yeah, cool. So then I guess we'll do the first one, and then I'll just use some movements, which it gets
You should have plenty of slings.
90.
The arrow is a lot.
Yeah. He's gonna come over to this guy. He's gonna use the second one. So we're gonna re-roll it, or the second one was a.
No, you're not going to roll.
Okay, so 14 to this guy. 14 bludgeoning as he slams down with the force of a hurricane.
Alrighty. And then you are up.
All right, I'm up. I am in the clutches of this thing. I'm not
Sure.
happy about it. I'm able to maintain. I'm looking at my air elemental, trying to maintain concentration. But I am going to touch the avatar of Atmos, the genie. Is going to turn around and see what's going on, and basically cover me, with a very cold layer of wind and ice. And I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
Okay.
And you're going to watch a protected magical force surround me, manifesting a spectral frost that covers me and my gear. I'm going to get 5 temporary hit points, and then stuff happens if anybody tries to hit me. So let me make sure it added it correctly. No, I'm going to give myself the 5 temp. Cool. And now that's my action to cast that on myself. I'm maintaining concentration. I don't really have much else bonus action wise, so I'm gonna stay put. But I am gonna yell to by Wrath. I'm gonna say, "My good man, not sure if it's important or not, but your smoke has turned to steam." And that's gonna be my turn.
All right. So this guy named Moss, next to the air elemental, is going to just try to slam into it for a 12 to hit.
No, misses.
All right. And this one over here that looks like Amare is going to raise his hands in the air. And
This doesn't care.
you see a purple crystal floating in the air, like right in the center over here, as he's casting the hypnotic pattern that he stole. So everyone will have to make a wisdom save.
Everyone.
And no plus 5
Yeah.
you are too far away.
What kind of save?
Wisdom
It's a
save.
charm.
It is a charm.
Okay, so I get that time.
Is it a spell that's being cast?
It sure is.
Okay, so I will have advantage on spells, which is helpful. Not if I roll a 4 and then 2.
Same.
Great.
Okay, so the moss figure that looks like Amare is going to raise his hands as Amare has in the past, and you're going to see a shimmering prismatic purpley light in the center over your battlefield in the forest, and its shimmering is hard to look away from. Everybody make a wisdom save. The sides are too far, I think. What is it? 30 feet.
Yeah, he's too far.
Yeah, well, don't worry about that. You probably can't even see it. You're being held by this thing.
I rolled a 19.
All right, you are good.
I rolled a 16.
You are also good. The Elemental will have to unless he's immune to charm.
Oh, good call. The elemental is immune to. Nope. Grappled, paralyzed, petrified, poison, but not charmed. What can I say? Sorry.
A wisdom save.
15.
15 will fail. Oh, sorry, no. Meets beats. So it will be fine.
Okay.
It will save. Kind of close.
Didn't expect my elemental to have to worry about being charmed. Yeah. There you go.
Okay. So it made it out of that one. That's good. Next up is what Dragonix's monster manual has dubbed the Dragon Root Tree.
The dragon root. Be kind.
And
Please be kind.
he is going to be biting at you. And since you are grappled, they automatically hit.
Okay.
And he makes 3 bite attacks.
All right. For every bite attack, he's gonna, because of my armor of agate this, he's gonna take 25 cold damage each time.
Woo!
Like that.
Until your temporary points are gone.
Okay.
Oh, while I have temporary hit points. Good call.
Okay. That matters.
Yeah, that definitely matters.
It should be like 2 hits.
No, yeah, I gained 5.
So per spell level. So if you're at 25, you should get 25 damage to them.
Oh, good
So
call.
one
Good call.
You should be at.
So this is at 5th level.
So that's 25 times.
Yeah, 25 temps. So I only give myself 5. So let me fix
So it depends how hard he hits you then.
Yes.
Thank you for that. That's very helpful.
But at least twice. Okay.
Hopefully twice.
So that 10 HP is a 25, not 5. That's very helpful.
Alright, his first bite is going to hit you for 10 plus 6, 16.
Okay.
10 piercing, 6 poison. Then he takes 25. Then his next hit is going to hit you for 14 piercing.
So the temp's out.
Well, no, but it's still
And
hits
8
for
poison, so he gets hit again. You see, like, kind
You
of
said
cold
14 now?
coming down the neck of the bark of
14
this dragon root.
Cool.
Alright, and then one more. You got all the damage?
Yep, I'm adding it up. Yep.
Alright, the next one's going to be 14 piercing plus 8 poison.
So
So 22 total. If the types don't matter to you.
maybe not.
But you did 50 damage back.
That's right.
Pretty good.
You did 50, but.
Yeah.
Well, I guess minus the temp, which is good. So.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. I'm still up.
That's good. I was a little worried you wouldn't be.
Cool.
And when I say I was worried, I didn't really care at all.
So my temp's out. Cool.
And Amare is up.
Okay.
So does that mean that the arm of Agathis goes away now?
Yes.
Right. It's just so none of the protection happens, or do I still get the recoil? No, because it's only as long as temp's up.
I think it's
So
as
as
long
soon as you
as
burn
temp's
through the temp, it's out. So you've
Is it
crunched through.
concentration too?
It's not.
Okay.
You've crunched through all of my armor.
I mean, you
Just
kind of had a
about
pretty
major.
good time.
Still got the mage armor up, but yeah. All right. Cool.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and move up to within 10, 15, 20, 25. Go here. That's within 30 of the archaeologist. So bonus action first, I will go ahead and do 2d6 healing to him with my Aura Vitality. Double ones, so you get 2 points. And then I'll turn around.
2 points of health.
2 points of health.
Nice.
I'll turn around and the moss guy that he's attacking, I'll do Eldritch Blast. You get 2.
Which one?
You get 3. The one that the arrow lands on.
Okay.
So the first one to hit is going to be an 18.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I don't know how much health that is. So I'll
Do one at a time.
10 damage.
Okay. You still up? The moss is kind of withering brown, but it's still there.
Is 14 plus something?
That's about it.
it.
Yeah.
That's it. And a 6 damage.
Okay, he's still up.
Alright, and then once more with Gusto. That's an 11 to hit. 14 to hit.
Alright, he goes down. Cool. All the moss just burns and brown and just lying in a pile.
I should say I took damage. I gotta maintain concentration on controlling this guy
Yeah, for each hit.
Yes.
for each hit. And how many times did you hit me?
I was thinking about that for the Agatha's thing, but I forgot about the Cyclone. Yeah.
16, 14,
None of it was over
22.
So one of it. So you need a 10, 10, and an 11.
Okay, I get advantage on each of those rolls. So the first one is a 5.
So the Cyclone drops.
The Cyclone's still up.
Oh,
He's still not under my control anymore.
Ooh, okay.
He can go after anybody at this point.
Right.
So I'm gonna let the DM take over Cyclone, and I got the stats if you need it.
I can pull him up.
Alright.
Air elemental, right?
As he crunches through my armor, I lose concentration on this guy.
Okay.
He still has full HP.
And that was the end of Amari's turn, right? Before we retcon back to that. Alright, so
5s.
you Vyrath and Amare roll perception.
Good. 20 unnatural.
18.
Alright, you didn't notice it running up because you were staring at the dragon tree. You're not sure how you didn't notice it, but you realize that another vine monster is right to your left.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm low on spell slots, bro.
Foulier.
And Vyrath is up.
That's going to change what I'm going to do.
That guy just pops up. I gotta get out of this guy's grapple, that's for sure.
So he's right on me.
Yep, he's right next to you.
So I am going to have him. It's a melee spell attack, and but it's going to appear as one of my kind of like steam, I guess, whips hit him.
Okay.
Does a 24 hit?
Yes.
So I'm inflicting him with a contagion
Okay.
called Flesh Rot. The creature's flesh decays. The creature has a disadvantage on charisma checks and vulnerability to all damage. So double damage on everything on him.
Okay. Well, that's cool.
Wow.
So you'll see my steam kind of whip out towards him, and the very end of it turns like dark, like darker than smoke. I mean, it's like almost like ooze, and it hits him. And as he kind of writhes around, it starts to spread all over his body. You see his trunks and leaves start to kind of like decay.
Okay. Anything else?
I believe I had lost my I can't do spiritual weapon, which sucks because that would be tight. No. Let's go ahead and. Oh, that was a spell. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. The vine creature is going to feel all that black ooze and that rot going into it and return the favor by opening its mouth and breathing out a cone of poison over Vyrath and Amare. So you're going to have to do a Constitution save.
You get +5.
I really wish we had a elephant friends.
19.
Alright, you save.
24.
You both save. Alright, so it would have been 22. You will take half.
Okay. And I'll have to take
And you're not poisoned or anything like that because you saved.
concentration on my aura vitality. One of those is a 19, so that's fine.
My banishment's still up.
Okay. The air elemental is going to turn and attack the Amare Moss.
Can fight.
And it's going to slam. First slam's going to hit. The second slam is going to hit. So 28 damage into the Amare Moss.
No. Really wish we had our elephant friend at this point.
And Arthur, you are still held in this dragonroot tree's grasp.
As one does. I will bonus action. Man, this is a tough call, guys. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to use one of my. These are 6th level Investiture of Wind. It's one of my Eldritch Invocations. And what happens is wind swirls around me. And I get some benefits which aren't doing much for me right now with range and attacks and flying speed and all that, but I'm grappled. But any I'm going to create a 15-foot cube of swirling wind centered on a point you can see, which is, of course, the guy that's holding me down. And everyone in that area needs to make a con save. So I'm going to make this guy make a con save. It's going to take some bludgeoning damage.
A 9.
Okay, so he fails the con save. So he's going to take 8 points of bludgeoning damage, and he's going to. Would you consider this a large or smaller creature?
It is huge. So yes, it's bigger than.
It's bigger than large. Okay, then it's able to hang on. All right, so it just takes the damage, and there's a swirling cyclone of wind. This guy's able to hang on, but it's right centered on this situation here. And
so because they're kind of like rooted into the earth,
sure,
it looks like they're unfazed by it. Just their massive size.
What's the difference between large and?
So
is the air elemental large?
Yes. So medium is 1 5-foot cube. Large is the 4, right? And then huge is the. So the bases actually do match.
Yeah, cool.
So you can see it based off the earth elemental and.
Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm stuck here. I'm not very strong. I doubt that I'll be able to break free of this guy's grapple. I've tried to blow him away, and he's rooted into the ground. And so my only other moves are bonus actions, which I don't want to burn one yet. So I'm stuck. I'm here. This is where I'm at.
Okay. The moss creature that looks like Amari is going to turn its attention to the dragonroot tree and cast Healing Word on it.
Which one is that?
I'm gonna let it go.
Is that a range?
Healing Word is 60 feet.
Okay, so yeah, you can go there.
8, 9, 10. It's here. So he's
You can't. So he will do it on the vine creature then. Who I think it is that. Cool.
12.
As soon as you hesitated on me, I was like, did I do something wrong? I was like, oh, I think I did, even if it wasn't what you were going to say.
He's only 5 feet short of
Yeah, cool. Glad they didn't get my spiritual weapon.
Yeah. Okay, and then the dragonroot tree is actually going to kind of regurgitate backwards and spit a seed pod into the air that lands over here. And both of you, the vine creature, the Sigmite pattern is gone, and the cyclone will have to make a con save.
+9.
2.
Yep.
I'm safe. Unless it's over 20.
It is not over. You need 19.
Yeah. I failed. 15.
Okay, you're going to take 10 poison damage. And you are poisoned. Ooh, I'm sorry. You actually do not take 10 poison damage. You're poisoned and will get damage at the start of your turns.
Okay.
That being said, its turn is over. So you're next. So smoke again. You'll take 10 minutes.
I'll take 10 damage.
But
Damage.
you are up.
Okay. Conditions. What's the poison do to me? Is it just damage?
Just poison damage, yeah. And it's still on you until you repeat saving throw at the end of each of your turns.
Okay. I will go ahead and I'm gonna move over kind of there. This square here, I'm still attacking you. Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
And then I'm going to do I'm gonna attack. I gotta get some attack down.
All right.
Alright, first I'll do a bonus action to heal Arthur.
Oh yeah.
It's 8 points of healing.
Helps.
Just
Take
take the
that.
third round of that. Okay, and then I'll take 2 swings at the. Actually, I'll take one more step. I'll attack this one. There you go.
Help!
So,
I'm like, wait, no, him. I wanted to say something so bad.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on.
alright, first one is a 23, second one is higher than that.
Yes.
Okay.
Both in.
We know which 23 gets it. So.
21 and 15 is 35 damage. And that is my turn.
Okay. You want to make a save for that poison?
Yes, I will.
Wisdom.
I thought it was a wisdom.
Damage at the beginning. Repeat save at the end.
Oh, I see.
That is a 28.
You need a 19. All right. Cool. So you're good.
So you're no longer poisoned?
Okay. No. All right.
You said wisdom?
Wisdom. Yeah.
Okay.
You all then hear. Oh, excuse me, little ones. You are causing me quite the commotion as I slumber. Okay, after you swing at the dragon root, Mari, you all hear. Oh, excuse me, little ones. You are causing me quite the commotion as I slumber. And Myra is up.
So, I am going to notice that, but also notice that we were fighting some. And I am going to have this dude right next to me make a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage, as similar to the contagion where the little black ink popped out. My smoke is going to start to wrap around this creature at full size.
A hero with 1.
So that's disadvantage.
So you're doing it to the vine guy.
Yes, I'm casting Blight at 8th level.
Yeah, he rolled a 5.
So
8th level blight, and he's vulnerable.
So he will take double of max, which is 12d8. So that's 80 plus 16, so he's 96 times 2. So he's taking 192. Just like this smoke will literally.
And why is it
envelop him
doubled again?
Because contagion.
He's vulnerable.
Oh, no, sorry. Why is it max?
Because he's a plant creature.
Oh, because he's black. Okay, cool. Yeah, so
So literally,
why do you describe it?
My
He's dying.
My smoke is going to literally pour forth from my body, even more so that it looks like when I'm making a temple, except it seems heavier and thicker. Every inch of my smoke that touches his body immediately turns to like necrotic ooze and wraps around him. And he doesn't disintegrate as much as he like turns into mush, and like his body kind of splats slowly across the floor, and the smoke kind of rushes back into me.
So you actually shoot it out as steam still.
Right.
When it returns to you, it's smoke again.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's just like I don't know if they can get scared, but like that shit looked fucking horrifying.
Cool. So that guy is dead. The air elemental is gonna slam into the Amare moss and seemingly just fly through it and away.
Okay. Well, best case scenario, just decides to leave.
Yeah, it's air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is out.
He's going.
All right, Arthur.
All right, Arthur is tired of being grappled by this thing. He's hurt and not happy with life right now. And he's going to look at his friends and he's going to say, "Wish we had a elephant druid here with us, but I, for one, am not too keen on staying here." And you watch as he casts, and in fact, the genie that's like floating out of the lamp that he's carrying casts Thunderstep. And as an action, I'm going to teleport myself somewhere within 90 feet. So that's going to be
About 90 feet away.
I know, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Maybe a little bit extra because you're going down to roll there.
We'll stare at it. I'm going to teleport myself away, and you guys hear this loud, like, crack of thunder in my wake as I teleport away, and this creature that has been holding me is going to take 5d10 damage.
Is that an area effect or just a creature?
Each creature within 10 feet of my
Yeah, so-
space must make a con save.
That's how high he was holding his mouth, I guess.
Yeah, I was up.
He was like way up here. He was like 30 feet here.
Con save. Let's see how much damage you take.
So do I need to make a con save? Or was he too high?
He was likely too high.
It's only 10 feet.
And the Dragonix tree rolled a 22.
Alright, so you're gonna take half this. It's 15, 19, 21, 27.
27.
So 13. So half of that. 13 points of thunder damage as I blip out and leave in my wake this rolling thunder and teleport away. It's my action. And then my movement, I will continue to run far away from all of this because I'm terrified, which is 30. So,
Stay by me.
well, they didn't hear you. I ran away. And I'm over here by this clump of trees, just kind of cowering down and scared.
Okay. The dragon root is going to bite down at Mare for a 21.
Misses.
Alright, it's going to try again for a 23.
I will go ahead and cast Shield.
Okay, and it's going to try again for a 26.
That misses as well.
Nice. Why is it miss that one?
Because Shield is +5 to my AC.
So it's still +5 for the until next turn, right? Cool. Awesome. So that shield pops up and just stops its movement towards you, and you're up.
All right. I yell at Arthur. Arthur, don't go too far away. Stay away from the trees. And I'll go ahead and do bonus healing on myself. That's 8 points for me. I'll keep track of that, and then I'll swing him twice again. One of those is a natural 20.
Okay.
The other is a 5 plus 12. Yeah. So 17.
Yep.
Okay, so both of those hit. And then the 20, I believe we're going to roll on the table.
Do you take
The D&D crit table?
Yep.
I don't know. I don't have that, so.
You roll a d20.
Okay.
And what
So-
type of damage is it?
It's all radiant.
Radiant damage. All right. So we'll go to the Sterling Vermin crit table to the magic damage chart, and we'll find radiant.
27 radiant damage. And then whatever the crit effect.
All right, roll a d20 for me to see the crit effect.
It was a 16.
Roll twice as many damage dice as normal, and roll on a minor injury charge.
Okay.
Additionally, the creature is frightened for the next minute, and it can make wisdom saves to.
So that's another 6 damage, so that brings it up to a total of 33.
Thanks.
And then roll on the minor injury table. What is that, a d20?
Roll another d20.
That's an 18.
Nice. So you hit it so hard, you hear an echo, and the thing like reels backwards.
Love it.
You hear, "What is the reason you do this in my forest, making so much noise?"
I've already spoken on my turn, so.
Me too.
Then you hear, pixie dust must be not meant for your kind.
Can we tell who's speaking at this point?
Are they speaking like common?
They're speaking common. Yeah.
Is it? I'm sorry, I missed it. Who is they? Who are we hearing here?
We just hear the voice.
Oh, we just hear the voice. So
Yeah.
you can't tell where it's coming from. Okay.
We're currently out of combat.
But we.
So that thing.
It's still there. It's like, it's reeling from Amari's blood.
So I'll just say, I'm sorry, I don't know who you are, and I apologize for disturbing your slumber. We're just here for some bark, and we'll go.
We were attacked by these beasts.
Beasts.
These creatures of this realm.
Do not worry anymore, juveniles. I will wash it all away for you. You hear leaves rustling, and then feel a light morning dew settle upon your faces. And then you feel calm, just a calm, like a wave wash over your bodies. And your racing hearts from the pixie dust start to slow as your breathing follows. It's like a veil lifts from your vision. All those bright, vibrant colors you see kind of fade into more mundane, realistic. And you see your companions sitting next to you with their weapons drawn, a gnarled and mossed-over face peering down at you from where the dragon retreat is, like just behind it. This face peering down, embedded in a gargantuan tree.
The dragon root tree is still there, and like all
It
those
is not
monsters.
there. It's just a black. So remembering you were fighting for your lives, not but a second ago, you turn back and around to see scorched mossy logs, torn hanging vines, and sword marks carved into the ancient trance roots before you.
Oh.
So we were just
Yeah.
fighting trees.
So
You were fighting trees.
sincere apologies for your forest here, Mr. Sir. Do you know a Grom by chance?
You speak much better. Your pupils are no longer as large as the knots on my branches. I do know Grom.
Did my 7th level blight hurt him? Is he hurt?
The trees are just
So that actually hit a pile of vines that was hanging out of the tree next to him. And it is just dust on the ground at this point. Just it looked like all the water is just so far gone that it's just dirt.
Well, Grom put us up to this and recommended the fairy dust for us to find you.
Not for your kind.
Yeah, I had to do some magic so that we wouldn't die from the pixie dust.
Morning, I found a tree over here, but I can't tell where the voices are coming from.
What is it you came to my forest for? Would you say?
Arthur's just
Arthur,
He's not getting near it.
what is happening? I think that this tree is the one that's talking to us at this point.
So you can tell it's a regular tree.
Oh, okay.
All of you are no longer under the effects of pixie dust. You see that you were just fighting twigs and vines hanging from trees and moss on logs.
Just gonna walk over to a tree that's been cut up and just kick whatever's left.
We were doing it together.
Along the way. I'll regroup. I'll regroup with the rest of the team at this point, and I'll kind of walk over and see the face and basically just say, thank you so kindly for your support. Yes, we have been sent here on a very delicate mission to procure some magical tree bark. I was wondering if you might be able to spare some for us. It's of great importance.
Perhaps.
A little early for a trim. Why do you need my bark?
Well, things on our plane are not going quite as well as they are here on the Feywild. Magic, or the arcane magic on our plane, has seemed to have been disrupted in some way, and we think we can solve this.
Yes, I have noticed some offspring have been moody lately here too.
Yeah, it's been actually a really big deal on the prime material plane. I guess that's where we're from. And we're trying to solve the problem for everyone is the goal. So we really need some of your bark so that we can make some paper so that we can perform this ritual that will hopefully fix everything. And with that, I'll go ahead and cast my Chain of Divinity. And that gives me +5 to all persuasion checks for the next 10 minutes.
Okay, roll persuasion for me.
You get a +5 of that.
We're gonna eat all of it. So that was a +5 from mine. So, and I get a +5 from you. Okay.
I mean, yeah, I hope.
Are you assisting since he spoke first?
I don't have.
Sorry.
I don't have.
As you're making your case, yeah.
Okay. So with a 10 net, 10 is what I have. I get 5 from my divinity, and I get 5 from him. We're at 23.
23. All right.
That would help you. You would have got -1.
So I don't. I have a +5 for persuasion.
I suppose if it will help my force too.
Yes, it will be useful for all the realms, actually. We're very close. We're honing in on a solution to the problem. We just need...
Yes, death will come much more naturally to all beings.
Stand back, please. You don't want to get hit by falling timber.
I will run this way.
He starts to very slowly shake until he picks up speed, like someone getting out of the shower shaking their wet hair.
Nice.
And you hear the branches above his head cracking and snapping under the force of his head, moving rapidly back and forth as they fall over and then shake off and rattle and fall to the ground, littering your previous battlefield with pieces of branch and log and living shrubbery that was just on his head.
Well, we greatly appreciate your support here. Do you think that we could take some of this with us?
Take what you need. I wish you the best of luck, little one.
Alright, I want to find a log that's...
My slumber this week is not yet over.
And you kind of see his face kind of close, and it looks just like a regular, monstrously large tree again.
I'm gonna pull up my journal and just take a quick sketch of this guy.
Okay.
So,
Do we happen to know how much of this we need, archaeologists?
no, unfortunately, we were just told to retrieve some magical bark. So the more the better, yes.
Perhaps we use all we can carry, and then I will recall this back.
I think that's an excellent idea. And I'll start picking some up and put in my bag.
Okay.
We end up with, obviously large limbs we're not going to take, but, so that's fairly large size. Couple of them.
You see me take a really too large limb. And you guys maybe haven't perceived me as strong, but if you know anything about firebolts for the lifting or carrying, this would be yours too. Lifting, carrying, anything, firebolts actually count as large for capacity of what they are able to lift. So I'm gonna get one that easily kind of comes up, maybe a little too easy for someone my size. And I'll say, come, now that you have gathered your things, we go back. And I'll put our hands in the middle and try to do my word recall.
I try to get 40, 50 pounds of wood to put in mine.
Yeah, just obviously as much as you could carry.
I will
You
find.
don't know the exact. Yeah.
I will find a small stick that I can carry, and I'll pick it up.
Okay. Before you know it, you open your eyes.
Let me double check word of recall, see if planes matter.
Okay. That's a good call. Let's check.
I'm looking at it right now.
The word of recall is.
Then no, we're good.
Oh,
I don't think so. Yeah.
It is not. Okay. I
Cool.
just wanted to make sure if there
So-
was planar travel's weird, you know.
You are just fairly comfortable, and then you feel extremely cold again before opening your eyes in the central chamber, or
My chambers.
Virus chamber in Albion's town.
All right, well, Arthur, I'll leave you to it for the delivery, and I'll just start unloading wood onto him.
Yes, I will help you carry.
Oh, well, I'll try my best. And I'll try to carry the wood that's been given to me with the bark on it.
Well, I'm helping you too.
Yeah, okay.
You're the big one. All right, you're doing it all wrong. I'll just follow you.
Cool. Well, just around the corner then. We'll leave your chambers, we'll go over and we'll present what we found.
I guess we'll head into Homebrew's chambers. So.
Hey, what's your name?
Isa?
Isa. We're gonna try to, I assume, catching my bearings. When we walk out of the temple, we're in the same kind of central chamber, and then there's that one main
That's right.
hallway. Cool.
All right, so you walk in and you see Isa with her head down looking at a piece of paper. And she looks up very slightly just to look at your shoes and back down and says, please stop annoying me, Arthur. You know that you need to go get us some paper.
Oh, yes. I wasn't sure exactly if you had the materials for the paper, or if you wanted us to create the paper ourselves.
That's not your job. Please, just go get the wood from the Fae.
Well, I have wood from the Fae here for you.
She looks up and her eyes, she's kind of taken aback. And she looks at a crystal on her desk. It's been but a few minutes. How have you gone? Feywilds never ceases to amaze. It's easy to forget. But I'm glad it was a shorter trip this time, not a longer one. That could have been quite detrimental.
Yes, well, we've brought you the wand, and we've brought you the ley line map, and now here's wood from the Feywild. Hopefully, this is all that you require. Is there more?
Did you test it? Are you sure it's what we're looking for?
I mean, it fell off of a trent that we specifically followed with magical means to find.
I drop like the huge log on the ground and I say, "You test yourselves. We are but to fetch for you, yes? We come back in mere minutes and you are upset."
I can assure you that this did come from the Feywild, and it was from a very ancient and magical
All right,
tree.
it's fine. We'll have the mages test it and materialize it into paper.
I'd like to surreptitiously cast Detect Magic.
Okay, you can start casting it. It does glow. I believe it was white.
Look, you there? You're happy? It's got a magical glow. It's white.
I am happy, but I would appreciate some due diligence in the future.
Due diligence in mere minutes. You ask for the best, you get the best.
Well,
As you said, the Feywild. But we have no time to wait. I'm glad it took such a short amount of time. We need to get the binding next.
okay, fine. Are we making a book of some sort then?
Yes, I believe we've been over this.
Well, sometimes I think that you think things in your brain, but you don't share them with your...
Yes, we're making a spell tune, Arthur. It's all in the letter I originally got you here with. We've talked about it many times. What were you doing in the Feywild?
Well, I will say that there was pixie dust involved, but a spell tune it will be. For the binding, then, do you have a particular type or quantity in mind?
It might be difficult to procure. It is celestial of nature.
So we will be traveling once again across the plains to another place then.
I will solve this issue right now. I'm going to try to use divine intervention.
Okay.
We're level 16, right?
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 12.
Yes.
Okay.
So divine intervention, let me actually read it.
Let's check.
But
that.
like my god is, I assume, celestial, right? Like if you're a god, like I don't know what the rules are for that. You request your deity's aid, roll percentile die. If it's equal to or less than your cleric level, which it is, it's 12, and I'm a level 16, the deity intervenes. And I can't use it for 7 days.
Okay, you hear words in your head, and they tell you to go to Lunia in Mount Celestia. Thanks everyone for coming and watching this week's episode of Reckless Arcana, the Fate Awakens miniseries prequel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.